Hello folks, this is MahfuzVanGogh, your Dredge guy, with another exciting video playing Dredge, this time in a much more competitive environment. I mean, the Legacy Challenge on Magic Online. So a quick recap here. After my last league where I finished 5-0, I played another Legacy League and achieved another 5-0. You can see the results here, using the same 75 cards, so I couldn't be more confident to play the exactly 75 cards in a competitive tournament like the Legacy Challenge. The tournament had 88 players and I finished in 10th place, with 5 wins and 2 losses, this short to the top 8. I'm uploading the first 2 rounds here on YouTube so everyone can watch them for free. If you want to watch the entire action of the 7 rounds, which I recommend of course, access the link to my Patreon in the description of this video. Hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment. This is a new channel and your support is really important to me. I hope you enjoy it. Let's dredge. Hi guys, this is my first Legacy Challenge this year, playing online, and I'm recording this with a new setup in another room, so maybe there is some echo involved here. I hope you can understand me good enough. And this is our first round. I'm starting recording just now. I don't know this player, but this is a keep. We have everything we need to play. My opponent also kept 7. Misty Rainforest, crack it. Underground Sea. Oh, is this Doomsday maybe? Okay, so Force of Will pitching Brainstorm or Force of Will pitching Force of Will? I will pitch Brainstorm here, since we are on the draw. My opponent will force back, and I will force back. That's unfortunate because now we don't have any ways to discard our dredgers. Oh, my opponent has a Street Wraith. So my opponent probably had a turn 1 with protection, and we found double force starting hand. So Force of Will, good card, confirmed. Now we Brainstorm. Okay, Brainstorm is good. We probably can fetch here right now, but I will not fire this Brainstorm just yet. Let's wait a little bit more. Okay, so I will cast Brainstorm now, because if I manage to find an Otherworldly Gaze, we can just cast it on our upkeep, and yeah, this will be perfect. So 2 dredgers on top. This is the synergy between Brainstorm and Otherworldly Gaze. So we cast it right now. Oh, do we want Daze? Maybe we do. So graveyard, and I will keep this Daze on top. I draw it, and then I cast Careful Study with my Cephalic Coliseum, which is an amazing card against Doomsday, because we can target our own opponent, forcing them to draw 3 cards at instant speed. So we have a Daze, and pass the turn. 1 Eco Read coming back next turn, no Narcomoebas yet. And we have some, just 1 Otherworldly Gaze. Now, it is an amazing control card in this matchup, because we can fire Otherworldly Gaze, cast Otherworldly Gaze in our opponent's end step, and then another Dark Ritual. Okay. Another Doomsday. I will try to Daze this Doomsday. And if this Daze resolves, my opponent is doomed. There is nothing they can do, probably, in game 1. Yeah, and they agree. So let's go to our sideboard. Some Doomsday players sometimes play with a Line of Sanctity. Some Doomsday players have a 2 or 3 Line of the Void in the sideboard. It's not something that every Doomsday player will have the same, because there are different builds. So since we won our first game, we don't need to play around Line of the Void or nothing like that. Grief is really good, and Ashen Rider Mind Break Trap can be good sometimes, but I think this is over sideboarding. I like to have only Grief instead of 1 Dredge Return, 1 Hogak. This is not a Hogak matchup. We don't need Hogak to win. We need only a couple of zombies to to do the job. And we can even take one eco read here and play with almost full control on the draw with Daze, Force of Will, Grief, and we will try to control our opponent first, in second maybe their tries to combo us, and then we will just try to find some Amoeba, make some zombies, and attack for lethal in a couple of turns. We are on the draw again. This is not a good hand. We have no force, we have no lands, so this is a mulligan. Our opponent is also having mulligans. This is better. This is better. We have our best land against Doomsday, and we have a Force of Will. We can, yeah, we can keep this and put this bridge from below to the bottom. Our opponent plays Polluted Delta and pass the turn. Yeah, we like it. A Grief, but no black card. Okay. I will probably cast a Brainstorm right now. No, I don't think we need to cast Brainstorm right now. We already have a Force. Our opponent may have Daze, and it's important to keep this blue mana open when we try to force our opponent's first Doomsday spell. We could cast Brainstorm here, trying to find a black card, where our opponent probably has a Brainstorm in their hand. So this will just make us more fragile to the next turn. So I prefer to pass the turn here with 1 mana open to pay for Daze if needed, and at the end of the turn just cast one of or both Otherworldly Gaze. Underground Sea and pass. Perfect. Perfect. Everything we want. No? There is some action here? No? Okay. So we cast Otherworldly Gaze in our opponent's end step. They will try to answer it. Daze, okay. I don't care. I have many more. And this has flashback. And a Brainstorm, okay. You can cast your Brainstorm. I don't care right now. I will try to resolve a second Otherworldly Gaze in our upkeep. Trying to find a black card or probably a second land. We don't need to rush things right now. Just trying to cast our second Otherworldly Gaze. If our opponent just fire counter spells countering Otherworldly Gazes for us, it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, they will try to do something here. Cycling Street Wraith, okay. Yeah, Force of Will, exiling Force of Will. Okay. Best draws for us now, a land or a black card. A land, and the best land. Okay, we pass the turn. We don't need to worry too much about our life. We can tap Cephalic Coliseum many times if needed, because our opponent will try to win with their combo and not with damage. Do I cast this Force of Will right now? I don't think so. But I will cast Otherworldly Gaze in my upkeep. Yeah, another Force. And another Grief. And another land. I kind of want those 3 cards against Doomsday. I think I prefer Grief on top. Because if I take this Misty is good for the next turn, and I can keep Force for later. Do I need those 3 cards? Because we can... sometimes there is a risk involved when we try to keep everything and our opponents just keep developing their game plan. So we are not a control deck, but we are doing a great job controlling our opponents playing here. I think I don't want Force of Will. I'll put this into our graveyard, and I will keep Grief and Misty. Misty first and Griefy on top. Yeah. Let's wait a little bit more to... Let's see what our opponent is hiding in their hand. So we will Grief. We cast Grief, exiling Grief. This will resolve because our opponent just spent 2 Dark Rituals and a Lotus Petal. Okay. So nothing really good here to counter. I'll probably take Lotus Petal because in the future I can take both Dark Rituals with a single Cabal Therapy. So let's take Lotus Petal here and pass the turn. And now that we know that our opponent has only 2 Dark Rituals, we we can play more Dark Ritual, okay? Do they have a Doomsday? Not a Dark Ritual, okay? And the last card is Shieldred. We will definitely counter it. Now our opponents probably don't have any dangerous top deck, so I can safely play this Misty Rainforest. I will not spend this Brainstorm yet. I just cast a naked Otherworldly Gaze right now. Yeah. When I say naked, because I don't know what we have on top. Everything we want. Even Daze is probably a card to keep in mind, but I will not keep Daze. We already have 2 Cephalic Coliseums, and now we have 7 cards on in our graveyard. We have a Dredger. I can cast this Brainstorm for a good effect. This is turn 4. So you see how we play differently when we are on the play or on the draw. Okay, nothing too good here, but I will keep my 4th land and put my both Dredgers on top. So we can just cast this Otherworldly Gaze on our upkeep and still have a Cephalic Coliseum activation if needed to counter our opponent's plan. Yeah, my opponent concedes. They know that now that we have more than 7 cards in our graveyard, we achieved a threshold. And then with 2 Cephalic Coliseums, it's too much for them. So yeah, Dredge confirmed as a favorite deck against Doomsday. Now we have some time. It is lunchtime here in Brazil, so I will have I will prepare some food to me. Come back in a minute. Hi guys, I'm back. Oops, I'm late. I had this amazing sandwich that I made I made for myself. Okay, we are playing against TonyScapone. He is a Storm player. We won the die roll. This is great. Oh, I will just text him. Okay, so this is a good hand. Nothing amazing against Storm, but I still think it's a keep. I would prefer a hand, a starting hand with Force of Will or Brainstorm, but this is maybe I shouldn't keep this now that well I was distracted because I came so fast here to start playing again. But this hand is, since we already have an Narcomoeba in our hand, this hand maybe is too slow to fight a combo deck. There are different Storm builds. Some of Tony plays. Sometimes he plays with builds that relies on Urza Saga. Sometimes builds that rely on the graveyard, like with Echo of Eons. Red Storm, I saw he playing many times. So let's see what he's playing now. Okay, he's mulligan to 6. Oh, he said to me, no worries, good luck. Yeah, we need luck to win against Storm. So he's mulligan to 6. I will probably fetch an Underground Sea here. I don't think Tony plays with Wasteland decks, so feels good to be on the play. And with an Underground Sea, we can even cast a Blind Cabal Therapy next turn if we think we need to. Careful Study probably will resolve. There are some Storm builds with Force of Will. I saw... Oh, Cephalic Coliseum is great for next turn. So let's discard Golgari Grief Troll. And since we will probably crack Cephalic Coliseum next turn, I will put Cabal Therapy. Or maybe, if I think it's needed, I can keep Cabal Therapy to turn 3. Or maybe, because we have 3 lands here, or maybe after we see what Tony is playing, next turn I can just cast Cabal Therapy and then Careful Study. Maybe it is better. Yeah, let's put Golgari Grief Troll and Otherworldly Gaze. Let's keep that open, because we don't need to discard Cabal Therapy. We can cast Cabal Therapy from our hand, or discard Cabal Therapy next turn, and then let's show our graveyard, and then cast Cabal Therapy later. My microphone good? Yeah. For a moment I... Oh, yeah, this is a basic island. Maybe a high tide? A few days ago I played against Jordan from the Epic Storm, and he was playing Chromox, okay? He was playing Dream House combo with Show and Tell. Oh, copy artifact, okay, so this is bad. We need Force of Will ASAP. My opponent probably will play around Force of Will if he can, so I will not press F6 here, even if I don't have anything in my hand. So, okay, let's dredge. Dredge 6 here. Okay, we have an Arcomoeba and we have one Cabal Therapy in our hand. We have a Breach. And we don't have another Dredger, so our plan here is actually better. I'll definitely play Cephalic Coliseum here. But our initial idea to have both Careful Study and Cabal Therapy available was actually better for us. I'll probably start with Careful Study here, because maybe we draw another Breach and then we'll have more zombies. So let's cast Careful Study first. Oh, Force of Will and Daze. Are you kidding me? I'm inclined to just discard Underground Sea now, because now we have Force of Will with a Blue Peach and Daze. Daze maybe is not so good here because they have plenty of mana here, so maybe I don't need. I can just discard Narcomoeba or Daze. I'll definitely discard Golgari Grief Troll here. Let me think for a moment. Green Monolith, 3 mana, 5 mana. Yeah, I do want to keep Daze because sometimes my opponent... I'm not familiar with this build. I'm coming back after a break. So maybe Daze is good to have available. Yeah. Do I discard Underground Sea here? Maybe I do, yeah. And let's cast Cabal Therapy here, targeting our opponent. I'm not sure about what to name here. I'm not sure. Maybe another copy artifact. Maybe another copy artifact. Yeah. Yeah, because this is really scary. Let's see copy artifact in case you don't remember. It can copy, I don't know, the One Ring maybe? I will name copy artifact. My opponent has 3 cards in hand. I will name copy artifact and then cast again from the graveyard. Oh, Joe. Okay. Okay, now I know what my opponent is playing, of course. So yeah. Force of Will is not especially good at this spot. I probably shouldn't name copy artifact, but as I said, I'm coming back after some weeks without playing that much. So I'm not actually familiar about what my opponent could be playing here. But now, yeah, we did what we could do here. Force of Will is not especially good now. And we have a zombie for our troubles and coming back equal rate next turn. And we have Force and Daze available. So this is really good for us. I need to worry about my time here because I started playing only 4 minutes ago. Oh, the One Ring. No. And I know they have a Force of Will. Force of Will is their last card. So now this is a play you should pay attention because we have one Icarid coming back in our upkeep, but no black creature. So in response to Icarid's trigger, I will Rex Cephalic Coliseum and Dredge 6, Dredge 5, and Dredge 4. And we have Hogak and everything we need. And we have a Daze, and my opponent don't have that much mana right now. I believe we will win this game. Do we have Cabal Therapy? Yes, we have. So let's push some damage here. So let's cast a Dredge Return right now to bring back a Golgari Grief Troll to have some more damage next turn. But we already won, right? I don't think my opponent will come back from this in a single turn. Hogak, maybe another One Ring, but they have only 3 mana. Yeah, with our Daze in our hand, we probably want this. We'll take this Force of Will, and we cast Hogak again. And I will not spend my last Cabal Therapy because I don't think we need. Let's just pass a turn here. What? Reaxa Metamorph. We have Daze, my friend. So good. So good, so good. Yeah. I will not dredge now to... We don't need to dredge anymore. Let's just draw. And attack for lethal. Minus 34. Okay, this feels good. Okay, so now we have Mindbreak Trap in our sideboard. So maybe this card will be good to us right now. Against Storm, we definitely want Grief and Mindbreak Trap. There are some builds of Storm that sometimes play with Leyline of the Void, but it is quite rare. So I'm not sure if I want to play Dismissal effects. I don't think they are especially needed here. We don't have anything useful against artifacts except for Ashen Rider, so maybe Ashen Rider is a consideration. But usually I prefer to play... This is not that good on the draw. I can take at least 1 Daze. We can take Hogak and Dread Return. They are expendable cards, and even 1 Ichorid, especially on the draw. We can take 1 Golgari Thug. It's little to play, feels not good to play only with 10 Dredgers, but instead of taking 1 Golgari Thug, I will take 1 Brainstorm. I will not play with Ashen Rider, at least not yet. On the play, Ashen Rider is especially good because we can get Ashen Rider faster. And then, yeah, I believe that's good. It's similar about what we saw last round against Doomsday. I prefer to play on defense, especially on the draw against combo decks. Okay, so... actually, this is not exactly a Storm build, right? Maybe I'm overthinking this Mindbreak Trap here. Maybe Mindbreak Trap is not that good. So maybe Dread Return and Ashen Rider are better to exile the One Ring or something like that. Mindbreak Trap is good against Storm decks, but this is not exactly a Storm deck like others that we know. We didn't saw any sequence of spells or Storm count. So let's try Dread Return and Ashen Rider instead, because Copy Artifact let us think about some combo kill with permanents, and Ashen Rider probably can help us to fight permanents on the battlefield. This looks worse than our last hand. I'm not sure if I will keep this. My opponent's keeping 7. I will not keep this, even if we have Underground Sea Careful Study. I don't think this is good enough, especially on the draw, especially on game 2, so we will mulligan this. This is so much better than our first hand. We have Force, we have Grief. We don't have Dredgers, we don't have our own game plans, but I think this is just better. And I'll probably keep and put a land behind, because if we need to spend those 4 cards in just a couple of turns, we have at least 1 Brainstorm or 1 Careful Study to recover. So Cephalic Coliseum is better than Island in this matchup, so I put Island on the bottom, and we are done. My opponent kept 7, and let's go. I didn't have time to a dessert. I ate my sandwich like a savage. I needed to come back immediately to play. So after this round, oh, show and tell. Show and tell? Yeah, we will force it, but what we will pitch to Force of Will, Careful Study or Brainstorm? I think we will pitch Careful Study here because we need to go further to see what we will find. Another Grief, okay. So, do I cast Brainstorm first, or I hold Brainstorm? I think I hold Brainstorm here, maybe until our next turn. So I will just cast Grief. I can cast Grief exiting Cabal Therapy, and if his hand is really dangerous, I can even cast Brainstorm trying to find another black card to cast my second Grief. This is really defensive, but it is an option. Let's start with Grief. Or maybe I can start casting Brainstorm, and if I know that I have for next turn an Underground Sea available, I can just cast Grief, Exciting Grief, and wait one more turn. Yeah, let's start with Brainstorm here. We have many outs from this situation. Yeah, no black mana. And no fast ways to discard our Golgari Grave Troll. Oh, I need to play faster than that. So let's put, I don't know if my opponent had some discard effect. So it doesn't matter too much here. So let's put Cabal Therapy and Narcomoeba. And we'll cast Grief, Exciting Grief. Let's see what our opponent is hiding. Okay, the One Ring. Okay. We needed to do this play. Now they have 2 useless transmute artifacts. But we don't have a clear way to get rid of those cards because this island is not Underground Sea. So we don't have a fast plan here, but we managed to control what our opponent did. I will not cast this Narcomoeba because maybe we draw another Force of Will, so we wait. Maybe this basic island makes our opponent think about Daze. Let's pass one more turn. And next turn we'll draw and, well, I cannot press F6 here, I just press F1. So just F1, 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 okay. Good card, please. Careful Study, perfect. So, yeah. And please an Underground Sea on top, so we can take both transmute artifacts. Oh, do they have Force of Will? They are thinking about something here? Oh, they have Force of Will. Okay, so 1 transmute artifact less. And maybe we can build 7 cards to just crack Cephalic Coliseum in our favor. Now they have only 1 transmute artifact and 3 other cards. Okay, Green Monolith. They have no blue mana. They need blue mana to go after one ring here. Underground Sea. Okay. Now we have some options. We can Cabal Therapy them and then cast Narcomoeba to Cabal Therapy us. Or maybe then, if we really need that, we need to do this. Transmute artifact. My keyboard is in a weird position here. Oh, and Giro. So we will definitely target them. This feels super defensive, but we don't have other option. Coveted Jewel. Coveted. Is that the way we... Yeah. We have 5 cards in our graveyard. We need 2 more to crack the Cephalic Coliseum, and we have nothing else. And my opponent also don't have nothing else. Please be good, deck. Yeah. This is what we want. Let's cast right away. Oh, Force and Daze. I will keep both, maybe, because I can crack Cephalic Coliseum and have both. This is such weird. This is so weird, but I think we will keep both on top. Yeah. I'll keep both on top in case we need a Force of Will to counter or a Daze to counter something here. I will not crack Cephalic Coliseum yet. Okay, they play basic island. We don't know what they have. Preordain, okay, no problem. Oh, this is so tense. Let's stretch a little bit. Both cards on bottom. We love to see this. And pass the turn. Okay. We draw our Daze, I believe. And now I can draw 1 Force, dredge twice, and discard. Yeah, let's do this. Let's draw our Force of Will on top. And then dredge 6. And dredge 5. And discard our 3 dredgers, keeping Force and Daze available, and pass the turn. You see, this is turn 7. And if you say something like, oh, yeah, this is a show and tell deck and a dredge deck, you think at the turn 3 or maybe 4, some of the players will already win, right? But not in this case. Do we have a Cabal Therapy? No, so this is a Dredge 6. An Arcomoeba, great. We have only a Dredge return. Let's cast this Otherworldly Gaze. Cabal Therapy, great. Cabal Therapy, Otherworldly Gaze. We don't need anything, we can just dredge everything. I will cast Cabal Therapy targeting my opponent. I'm not sure about what to name here, because they did nothing. Maybe just a Force of Will, so I cannot be forced back when I cast my Force of Will. Probably this is the best option, because since we have Force, we don't want our opponent to have Force. Yeah. So nothing else to do. Let's just pass the turn here. We have our single Ichorid, no. Show and Tell, so we will Force, of course. And he has a copy artifact. So we will dredge 6 and cast Otherworldly Gaze again. Okay. Yes. So we know that he has a copy artifact, 2 bridges, amazing. And Cabal Therapy. So let's take this copy artifact that we know he has. Copy artifact. Oh, Emrakul, okay. Show and Tell Emrakul. If my opponent casts Show and Tell Emrakul, I think we win anyways at this point. I think we win against a single Emrakul. At this point, we have Ichorid, we have Bridges, we have Dredge Return. We need to find Ashen Rider. Oh, the One Ring, this is bad. We need to find our Ashen Rider as soon as possible. We did not exile the Ashen Rider, right? Yeah. Oh, and we have only 3 minutes, so I have to be fast here. I will press F6. I need to run here. Okay. My opponent has a single Emrakul. I'll go very short. We will dredge 6. Ashen Rider. Great, 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 great. Yes. We cast Otherworldly Gaze here. Another bridge. Yeah, we don't need anything, but we can keep Careful Study there. And we will Dredge Return, casting Ashen Rider, exiling 3 creatures. We will exile the One Ring, of course. They have Emrakul. I can take Emrakul. I don't think I need to, but I can take Emrakul here. Ah, no, I can't target my opponent because of the One Ring. So yeah, let's press F6. I'll just press F6 here because of the time. Well, we have nothing. My opponent knows that. Do we win? Even if they have Show and Tell here, this is just not good enough. We have lethal. Yeah, we won. We won. Yeah, great. Now I have just 15 minutes to have a chocolate or something like that, maybe a coffee, and I will come back in a minute.